Okay, we're a little bit behind the time lag, so we'll continue here, but we've officially gone live. And I'll start. Hola, buenos días, latinos en Spokane. Estoy aquí con miembros del Districto Escolar de Spokane, con Nikki Lockwood, Oscar Harris y Adam Swiniard. Ellos están acá para darnos una información de cómo pueden hacer preguntas y qué servicios está ofreciendo el distrito escolar en estos momentos. So hi everyone, just introduce you to Latinos in Spokane, introduce every one of you, and mention that we're here to provide some information on what the school district services are offering at this moment and how they can contact you. So thank you so much for being with us, and we'll go ahead and get started. So can everybody introduce themselves and what you do at the school district?
Sure, I'll start. My name is Nikki Lockwood. You might hear my daughter in the background. I am a parent of a student at Spokane Public Schools, but I'm also one of your school board members. So there's 5 of us and we're elected. So we represent the community and work on budget and policy, decisions at the top. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Y Nikki Lockwood es de parte de el consejo del Distrito Escolar de Spokane y ellos se dedican a hacer mucho trabajo en relación a las diferentes regulaciones del School District. También menciona que tiene su hija en la casa, entonces puede escuchar unos ruidos de parte de su hija.
And I'm Adam Swiniard. I'm the Associate Superintendent for Teaching and Learning for the district, and I oversee our schools, our educational programs, as well as our technology resources and support. So just really happy to have the opportunity to be here and be visiting with everyone today.
Muchas gracias, Adam. Adam Swiniard, él es parte del Associate Superintendent, que es como ¿cómo puedo traducir ese título? I'm trying to remember how I can translate Associate Superintendent. Pero básicamente él es casi la mano derecha de el Superintendent, que es los que ven de parte de todas las escuelas de servicio que dan servicios al School District. Él es como, perdón, se me está yendo la traducción. Ellos, de parte del School District, ven todos los servicios, la parte académica para todas las escuelas de Spokane School District.
Okay, and yes, my name is Oscar Harris, and I lead the Office of Family and Community Engagement. My role primarily consists of working with our community partners, as well as working with families to help them to connect with resources, as well as to help navigate our school system at large. So I'm glad to be here this morning.
Gracias, Oscar. So, Oscar Harris, él se dedica a lo que es conexiones con familias y estudiantes, entonces está viendo los recursos de cómo conectar familias a los recursos de escolares de Spokane. Y como saben, aquí somos, no soy traductora oficial, pero estamos tratando de reconectar todas estas informaciones para dar más apoyo a familias durante este tiempo de COVID. I just mentioned that we are, our group is trying to provide more information and resources to the community in this time of the COVID pandemic. So that's the reason why we decided to reach out to the Spokane School District to see how we can connect the Latino community to the school district. Can you tell us a little bit about the meal distributions that the Spokane School District is offering right now, and what are those services looking like?
Okay, yes, I'll answer that question in particular. Right now we have 24 meal sites that we have open, and a list of them. I include a link in our chat box in terms of a list of the schools in particular, a link on the website, as well as we can talk about phone numbers to call to get additional information. But it's 24 distribution sites that includes elementary school, maybe a couple middle schools, as well as a few high schools, as well as, in addition to that, we have actual buses that are going out to specific neighborhoods and areas as well, to actually deliver food out to those areas. But if it comes down to it, and we notice, and if we hear about any community that's being underserved and not served, please get in touch with us so we can really address that.
Excellent, thank you. Nos cuenta Oscar, le hice la pregunta de si nos puede dar más información sobre los diferentes alimentos que están distribuyendo de parte del Spokane School District. Y nos menciona Oscar que ahorita tienen 24 sitios para alimentos, para comida, distribución de comidas para estudiantes. Y estos 24 sitios están en las escuelas de primaria, secundaria y preparatorias. Además tienen otros sitios para en buses en que están yendo a distribuir alimentos en diferentes colonias aquí en Spokane. También nos menciona que si saben de algún sitio o alguna colonia que necesitan distribución de alimentos, que por favor lo contacten a Oscar para que puedan hacer llegar más alimentos. So thank you for that. That's pretty fascinating. 24 sites here in Spokane. And what are they all delivering foods at the same time, or are they different times?
Oh, the meals, in terms of the buses, they are, they deliver around the meal time as I understand it, but that wouldn't necessarily coincide with a definite time in particular because it would depend on what part of the neighborhood. And they also pass the meals out from the buses, so it would vary in terms of the community that they're in. But it will ideally revolve around that regular meal time that we have, 11 to noon and so on. So 11 to noon, and some going from noon to 1, so.
Okay, perfect. I'm sharing the screen here on the different sites. Okay, le pregunté a Oscar que cuál es el horario para la distribución de alimentos para estudiantes y nos responde que normalmente son al tiempo regular de el almuerzo, entonces entre las 11 y 12, pero cada sitio sí maneja un horario diferente, entonces es importante que revisen que consulten los sitios y los horarios que están manejando el distrito escolar. También menciona que los alimentos se dan por medio de autobús, entonces uno llega a la escuela y ahí en el bus está repartiendo los alimentos. And is this the map of the different meal distributions?
Yes.
Ok, entonces aquí pueden ver, si tienen acceso a internet, pueden ver los diferentes mapas que han hecho con las direcciones y comidas de 11 a mediodía. Esta información la ha traducido. Vamos a distribuir esto por medio de Latinos in Spokane, pero aquí tiene la lista de todas las diferentes escuelas que están distribuyendo alimentos entre 11 y 12 del día. This is great. Okay, so just mentioned that the site, where people can consult, where they can go and find the different schools with the meals and times. So we'll make sure to share that with everyone in our group. Okay. Thank you for that. And our second question that we had lined up was, how can parents keep students connected to their classrooms? As a parent, I've been finding that a little bit challenging with 2 kids because my daughter, for example, has she doesn't have a really set time, but sometimes it's in the middle of the day. And then my son has his different activities because he's in high school, so he has to connect multiple times. How can parents support keeping their students connected to the classrooms?
Yeah, so we definitely miss our kids very much. We miss having them in our schools, and our teachers and our staff are really grieving not getting to see them every single day. We know this has been a really hard shift for families, and we're working hard to develop some consistent routines. It's one of the main themes we've heard from families, is just wanting some consistent routines and structures so they don't have to look in lots of different places. But the one thing that we're encouraging our families to do is to start each day by logging into our website. And if you click on digital tools and go to Clever, it's a single sign-on platform that just requires one username and a password. that students can get their email, they can log on to Blackboard, which is a site where a lot of our curriculum is, or Microsoft Teams. So that's one place that we're encouraging families to start their day, and looking in that place to have all the information in one place.
Perfect, thank you. Hice la pregunta de cómo podemos mantener los estudiantes conectados con con las escuelas, con sus clases. Y yo mencioné que para mí es un poquito difícil como mamá, que yo tengo 2 hijos y a veces manejan diferentes horarios, o cómo puedo mantenerlos involucrados. Y nos comenta Adam que, para empezar, que las escuelas extrañan mucho a los niños, que les hacen mucha falta y quieren regresar a verlos lo más pronto posible. Entienden que esto es un momento muy difícil, especialmente en manejar todos los diferentes horarios, pero lo que estás tratando de hacer el distrito escolar, lo principal es establecer como un horario y una rutina para estudiantes. Eso es muy importante para que ellos puedan tener un horario diario. Y para conectarse es relativamente fácil para estudiantes. Es conectarse a la página del Spokane School District y de ahí dirigirse hacia las herramientas, hacia tools, y de ahí al sitio de Clever. En el sitio de Clever es donde todos los estudiantes pueden entrar y de ahí pueden generar, bueno, deberían ya de tener generado su usuario y su contraseña, pero entrando a Clever de ahí, ellos pueden ver información de qué está pasando en sus clases, los horarios, los diferentes assignments que tienen que hacer, y otros sitios que pueden ayudarlos con sus tareas, como el Mobimax, como mi hija, por ejemplo, maneja mucho el Raz Kids o Blackboard. Y ahí pueden tener la información.
And if families need a laptop, they can click on the laptop distribution link and sign up to have a laptop sent to them. And we also are helping families who might not have access to the internet. We have staff that will help them work through some different options to make sure that they can get connected to the internet.
Y algo muy importante que está manejando el distrito escolar es que está distribuyendo laptops para estudiantes. Entonces, si su estudiante no tiene el acceso a una laptop, la escuela se lo puede hacer llegar. Tienen que entrar al sitio y de ahí ir a la sección que teníamos ahí, que era solicitar una laptop, y lo pueden hacer llegar a sus casas. En adición a esto, también están, si no tienen acceso a internet, si no manejan o tienen conexión a un Wi-Fi, la escuela de Spokane puede apoyarlos con acceso a internet. Thank you for that information, and we're going to make sure that we have all this information available to our members of Latinos in Spokane, and we'll continue distributing that. On that information on internet services, can you explain a little bit more on how families can access, maybe have a discount, or I'm not sure how the school is managing that. How can families get access to internet?
Yes, there's a couple of partners such as Comcast that are running programs to get families connected to the internet and give them access during the COVID crisis. And some of those programs have different requirements. And so we know that not all of our families meet some of the requirements to participate in the program. So we're also checking out Wi-Fi hotspots to those families who might not qualify for partnerships with the different community organizations. So there's a menu of options, and families can see and look through those on our website through the link that is related to getting a device checked out to them.
Great. And if they're having difficulties, for example, accessing or getting information from Comcast, because sometimes right now with COVID, it's a lot harder to access a call center and get information. What can families do so their kids don't fall behind? Can they reach out to the school district, or would a teacher be able to help in this case? Oh, Adam, you're muted.
Yeah, absolutely. We would want them to reach out to their teachers, and then they can route them to getting them connected to our technology services staff, or they can utilize the contact information on this page of our website, and they can look through and have someone help them decide which of these options is going to be best for them and the best fit and work best for their family.
Excellent. Hice la pregunta de, en caso de que familias no logran hablar con Comcast o hablar con otra, o no tienen acceso a Internet, ¿cuáles son las opciones? Y nos comenta Adam que ellos en colaboración con Comcast y con otros como AT&T, otros sitios que distribuyen Internet, han hecho un acuerdo para estudiantes y para familias para que puedan tener acceso a Internet. Now, sorry, I just have a question. With the Internet access, is Comcast offering a discount for families, or is that a low cost, or how does
Low
that
cost. It's a low cost or free program during the COVID crisis. Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to clarify that. Sí, entonces, en colaboración con estas empresas de Internet, el Distrito Escolar ha hecho un acuerdo para tener Internet gratis o a bajo costos para familias. Si las familias pueden, si las familias tienen la necesidad, si hay unos requisitos que necesitan demostrar a Comcast o a las otras empresas, pueden obtener precios en descuento o gratis. Si no califican por parte de Comcast, también hay otras opciones para tener acceso a Wi-Fi hotspots. Y toda esta información está disponible en la página de Spokane School District. Como pueden ver ahorita en la pantalla, lo han traducido, entonces vamos a asegurarnos que todos tengan acceso a esta información. Además de esto, le hice una pregunta de que en caso de que tienen complicaciones con hablar a Comcast, con hablar a otro lado, porque a veces yo llamo y nadie me contesta, pueden pedir apoyo con las maestras de sus estudiantes para que puedan ayudarlos con este proceso. Great. This is great information, especially that it's translated. This is fantastic. I will make sure to have this information available on our website, but this is really good. And it's amazing to know that there are options out there for families to have either a discount or a Wi-Fi hotspot, but the idea is to keep kids connected. So thank you for sharing this information with us. So on that, I just wanted to ask, what are other ways families can stay connected if they have questions in case that they're not able to access their teacher for any other reason, or have something that they would like to connect on that's outside of their classroom? Where can families, where do you recommend families go to?
They can, we want to encourage families to check our website or social media if that's something that works for them. In addition to their teacher, if they feel comfortable reaching out to a counselor or an administrator, they can also reach out to our district office and contact our student services department to receive additional information about supports and resources and ideas to help families during this time. We know it's a hard shift to have kids do work at home, and it definitely takes some habits and some routines around that. And we just want to encourage families to do their best and to keep it as positive as they can with their student, and to set small goals and celebrate small goals, and really just give themselves grace and give their kids grace, and do the best that they can. We don't expect our parents to become teachers. And we know a lot of them are juggling lots of other things at home as well. So we just want to encourage families, do the best you can, give your kids lots of hugs, and we'll get through this together.
Excellent, yes. Les hice la pregunta de que en caso de que tengan más preguntas o algo que quieren recomendar con el distrito escolar, a dónde pueden ir en caso de que no puedan hablar con la maestra. Nos indican que para empezar está en la página de internet, ahí está toda la información. También está el social media, entonces por medio de las redes sociales, el School District tiene su página en Facebook, entonces ellos mandan actualizaciones ahí lo pueden contactar. claro, las maestras siempre están disponibles, están trabajando, o pueden mandarles correo y contactarlas a ellos para iniciar. También están los servicios de estudiantes del distrito escolar. Are the student services working regular hours?
Yep, they're available in regular hours, and they're if families don't get in contact with a live person on their first call, we just want to encourage them to leave a message, and our staff are regularly checking those lines and getting back to people. So I don't know if Oscar, if you had anything you'd add to just getting in touch with the right resources.
Yeah, I think definitely, reaching out to student services as well as, our Office of Family and Community Engagement. If sometimes there are questions that may, be even more challenging in terms of, how do we navigate this particular challenge as it relates to this maybe community provider that's connected to the school district. That definitely will be an area for us because we do have community partners that we're working right now on food distribution, for instance, such as Second Harvest or Bite to Go program. So reaching out to us in particular, and we'll make sure you have that, the contact information for that as well.
Ok, perfect, thank you. Sí, una disculpa, hice una pausa porque está hablando de servicios a estudiantes y quería saber si están operando las horas normales. Me responden que sí, están trabajando horas regulares de oficina, entonces pueden contactar al sitio de servicios a estudiantes y ahí los pueden conectar ya a información ya de sus clases o de distribución de alimentos o cualquier otro servicio que está ofreciendo el distrito escolar en estos momentos. También nos mencionan que no esperan que los padres sean los maestros o que se conviertan en maestros. Ahorita estamos esperando que todos hagan lo que podamos y que propongan metas pequeñas porque es un tiempo difícil. I'm mentioning that I'm translating to set small goals, as you mentioned. Y también que sean, que den muchos abrazos a sus niños y que tengan paciencia todos, porque es una época muy difícil y los padres están manejando todo lo demás, ya sea sus trabajos, las casas, encima de apoyar a sus estudiantes. Entonces, por favor, tómalo con calma, poco a poco, y todos vamos a salir adelante de esto. Thank you so much for answering these questions. It's really important for us to be able to know where to access information. Sometimes the internet can be so challenging because we have too much information and we don't even know where to start. And the school district manages so many different programs and schools and services. It's kind of hard to navigate. So it's really great to be able to narrow down where we can start, a starting point.
Jennifer, can I say thank you to Latinos in Spokane for hosting us today? We know these are really difficult times. We're all struggling. I'm not a teacher, so I'm working hard to support the student I have at home. And we just want to make sure, this is a new way for us to connect with families in our community, and we will continue to try to find ways to connect and listen to the issues that our families are dealing with to make sure we try to find solutions. So we just thank you for this opportunity today.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. I'm going to translate what you mentioned. Estaba mencionando que el Internet es algo muy grande y a veces no sabemos dónde empezar, entonces les estoy dando las gracias a ellos por estar acá con nosotros y por ayudarnos a navegar cómo y dónde iniciar. Y nos menciona Nikki que está muy agradecido por estar acá con nosotros, con ustedes, que nos están viendo y que ellos de parte del School District están tratando de ver cómo podemos mantenernos conectados y encontrar nuevas formas de conectarse con las familias en estos casos y escuchar cuáles son sus experiencias y sus experiencias como familias y como estudiantes, pero están aquí para escucharnos. I mentioned that you are all here to listen, and you've been great at listening and want to be more connected to all sorts of communities and are looking for new ways to reach out. That's really awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Really appreciate your time and helping us navigate as parents, because it's not easy.
I agree.
Well, thank you so much. And any information that you would like to distribute, we're here to help. And we love our Spokane community. We want to make sure that everybody has access to all the great services and resources the school district is offering.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a way in the video to share my email with the school board email. I'm happy to give that to folks to reach out.
Yes. Can we go back to the website and share? Ok, yo soy nueva en esto, estamos averiguando cómo podemos compartir la información y cómo pueden contactarse con Nikki Lockwood. Okay, so we're sharing there. Okay, I'm not sure how to connect, but I will make the information available with this video. I'll attach it.
That sounds good.
Sí, no, apenas estoy logrando entender cómo manejar este Zoom, pero me voy a asegurar de mandar la información de cómo contactar a todos, en especial Nikki Lockwood. Pero sí, muchas gracias. Thank you so much, Nikki, for your support and for listening to us and making sure we're able to get all the resources and answers from our community members. Thank you so much, Adam and Oscar, for your time. We really appreciate the work you're doing and finding new ways and new alternatives to get people involved. The puzzle. Thank you so much. Thank you for being with us today. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Adios.
Adios.